Welcome Ndumiso Nkonzo. Is it an expense or an asset? Ndumiso Nkonzo.
Today is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. The question is whether the time you spend is an expense or an asset. Gentlemen, you know that I'm an accountant. I might not be a good one. But I put it to you that I'm qualified to talk to you about expenses and assets. And I have a cap to prove it. Today I want to talk to you, give you an accounting lecture about expenses, assets, liability, revenue. I don't know who's game for that. No one is interested, or here is an ex-banker is interested in my speeches as an accountant, but I see everyone else is not interested, so I will skip that and I won't talk to you about all of that accounting lingo, but I would rather talk to you about whether the time you spend, is it at an expense or an asset. Now I have only 7 minutes at most to talk to you about this topic, but 7 minutes is not going to be long enough. So I'll give you a few concepts and I expect you to expand on them. The way I see it, expenses are daily assets. So you first have an expense, then it's up to you what to do with it. If you want, you can then grow it and you make it an asset. But then you can also decide that you are going to waste your time and not grow that particular time to being an asset. Now we spend every second Wednesday in these meetings of Toastmasters. I don't know why you gentlemen are here. But in fact, maybe let me ask you, anyone tell us why are you here tonight? Jan Hendricks?
It's either to improve your speaking skills or to keep in practice.
Thank you, Jan Hendrik. I'm sure we all have our different objectives of why we're here tonight. My objective is to attack my fear of standing here in front of you, and also to improve my public speaking skills. Now I'm asking you this question about how you spend your time because we have a limited time on the planet Earth. What's most interesting about it is that we don't know how much time we have. Some people in this room have been blessed to have extended period of time. Some of us, we don't know whether we'll reach the age. So we have to be careful of how we spend our time. Now let me tell you a short story about my life. I'm generally very jealous of how I spend my time. Now when I was at university, my friend Temba came to my room and I was studying as I had left home to study. Now Temba got into my room and he suggested, well, he coerced me to go out with him to a nightclub. When we got to a nightclub, we were involved in a fight because of you know what. Now that fight landed me and him in jail, and we spent a weekend in jail. After that, there were a lot of court days that we had to attend court, and therefore it meant we miss out on our schoolwork. As you would have foreseen, I failed one of my major subjects. Now I had to go back home and give my father the news that I failed the major subject, because then it meant that I would have an extra year at the university. Now, as I had to give my father the news that I had failed, I had to remove everything that was going to be on our way of me giving him this news. And then I realized that he was getting agitated as I was giving him the news. And he was approaching, then I pulled out my Constitution of the Republic of South Africa and said, "Dad, I know you've got the right to be angry, but I also have a right for my body not to be bruised." And I had learned this from the magistrate, because when he gave judgment, the magistrate, he said to me, "Son, you know you've got a right to stretch your hand, but your right to stretch your hand ends right where the nose of the next party begins. So the moment you stretch your hand beyond that point where the nose of the other party begins, you must know that you are interfering with that person's right." So I learned this, and I used it very successfully with the interaction with my dad. But now I want to leave you with this as I'm about to conclude. We are all victims of our circumstances. We come from either good or bad circumstances. But circumstances are just that, circumstances. They don't matter. It's up to you what you do with them. Now, you know that for every dark cloud, you know the saying, for every dark cloud there is a silver lining. When you are in a bad situation, look for good in that bad situation. See what good can come out in that bad situation. Because if you don't explore the good and you get stuck in the bad, you will never make it in life. Because life is not about what happens to you. It's about what you do with what happens. Mr. Tosman.